What's up, everyone? Episode 3. We're gonna start on the whole other end of the lake, on the south end. I'll show you right here on the map where we started at. Okay guys, this is where we're putting in. This is the main bridge that goes across Gunnersville on the south end. We're putting in there and we're heading out. We're heading out. Down here, and we're gonna fish down all this causeway, bridge, riprap. This is where we're gonna spend a lot of our time this morning. All right, we put it down here. I wanted to try the other end of the lake, see what it looked like. See, I don't think there's as much grass in here as there was last time. I remember it being like coming out to here. I remember this whole flat being grass. Now, maybe that's a good thing, I don't know. Because I remember all of them islands had it, all out there. All at me. Gunnersville has a history of being good around bridges. I personally don't like to fish bridges. I don't like to fish that way. I don't like sitting in one spot. That's not my style. I don't like throwing the same spot over and over and over again and just doing little circles. That's just, I've never done good that way. Don't want to do it. However, I am going to go try around the bridges, at least on the causeways and things like that. So I'm going straight there first. So the only other time I've been on this lake, I fished a lot down here in this area. In these islands around here, I remember they were all matted, and it looked like you could throw a frog on top of them. Like they would have to come bust up through the mat to eat a frog. So I'm looking out at these islands, and I don't see any of that matted grass. And like I said, so much of the north end had all this matted grass. Now, I don't know what it looked like the last time I was here, because I never went up there, but I'm just going, oh, I wonder if there is even grass down here. That's starting to kind of wonder on me, but I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna stick with my game plan and go straight to the bridge or the causeways and the riprap and fish some of that stuff. These are the islands on the right that I'm talking about.
Oh, I'll throw whatever you want me to.
As of right now, I don't know.
Whatever you can to keep up. Already in front of us.
So I already see one bust, like some schooling action. Already. I mean, we haven't been here 2-3 minutes. So yeah, it wasn't a giant or anything, but I mean, we just got down here. So I'm thinking, look at this place. I've got hundreds of yards down this causeway, and I'm thinking, man, I've got this thing figured out with this sexy dog. We're gonna go make it happen. I'll just let you guys know, I fished down basically the whole thing like this. Never had another bite. Never saw another one. So it let me kind of know that I was around grass when I got that other one to bite. There's no grass down these rocks. So I'm thinking, I haven't thought too much whether good or bad. Like I said, I'm still open-minded about everything. And now the weather's starting to hit. It's starting to rain. The wind's picking up, which isn't good for the sexy dog or any kind of top water. I don't really like it windy, and you can hear that wind. Like I said, I'm gonna keep everything honest, right? So now I pick up a swim bait. I'm gonna throw a swim bait in these docks. I don't really care. I mean, I know a lot of people think you're supposed to fish docks when it's sunny and stuff, but I'm not looking to crush them in the docks. I'm just trying to see if there's one there, just one, you know. And that always, every time I'm doing new stuff, I'm not trying to catch 10 fish doing it. I'm just trying to get one bite, because then one bite can lead to a lot of different things. Now, I need y'all to understand something. I'm in only 3 foot of water, and once again, there's milfoil everywhere, all underneath. Like the whole thing is almost matted milfoil. it's not up to the surface. So when I say it's matted, it's a couple inches underneath the water. So I mean, I can see everywhere. So I'm just not randomly throwing out here in the middle. There's grass everywhere, and you'll see that's still the main thing, right? There's grass everywhere up shallow. Now I'm in like less than a foot of water. I'm throwing up to like a high spot, a real high spot, like it actually gets to be bottom. You can see it up there. I'm just still focused on this shallow water deal, trying to find those fish, trying to see what they're using, if they're using this area, because a lot of times it's not a spot, it's an area of the lake. So now, guys, I'm 2 hours in and I've got that one fish. I mean, I fished for quite a while so far without a bite. Don't really know where I'm going. Really, I'm kind of looking on the map, kind of figuring out, do I want to stay in this area? Do I want to kind of move areas? That's the thing. Do I want to move areas, or do I want to try something different of what I'm fishing, right? A different style of fishing, a different type of whether it be grass, whether it be docks, whether it be a different shoreline, whatever it might be. That's kind of what's going through my head. I'm always doing that. I'm always trying to change something different. If I'm not getting bit, something has to change. I have to change. What if they're on the other side of this causeway, like underneath this bridge, you know, and fish the creek side of the causeway? So I was literally just on the other side of that. Never had a bite. So now I've kind of given up on the whole bridges, riprap. I've had enough of that. I know it's too good of fishing not to really be getting bit. So once again, I'm going to change. Guys, I'm always changing, always thinking, always trying something new, just a little. Sometimes it's a major move, sometimes it's a little move. I'm not too concerned with like what bait. Okay, guys, I'm really not. I'm always more concerned with where I'm at and what I'm doing and what I'm fishing, as opposed to what bait. There's so many different baits that catch fish. Usually it's more about trying to just catch the fish, like find the fish. So now I'm gonna head up the lake for a little bit. And I said I was done with fishing riprap, but then I ran into the big bridge, okay? And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna fish all of it. Everyone's gonna fish all of it. I'm gonna just kind of fish this corner up ahead of me. It's really just where the rocks meet the land. I don't know why. Something different, something. Everyone fishes the same thing. You start noticing where people fish. They all want to fish the points of these things and where it comes out to the main lake. I'm like, let's fish right up here. Now guys, this is interesting. This is important what's about to happen. So pay attention. I'm throwing a chopper right now. Now watch close to the boat. Really pay attention, right? There. Okay, I'm gonna just replay that real slow and let you watch. As I was throwing my chopper, you see one bust right next to it. It was not after my chopper, okay? I didn't know this at the time. I can't really figure out what just happened. I know something blew up. It wasn't really on my bait the first time. Now, as it got closer, something else came and blew up right next to the boat, right? So I told Gilbert, I said, hey, don't throw in there. Okay, I don't know why, but like, usually when I see something like that, this isn't a big area, right? This isn't something like I saw the other day back in that creek where a bunch of them were blowing up. It seemed very isolated to me. I could tell instantly. So I was like, hey, don't throw in there. This seems like a spot that maybe no one's ever gonna fish. Sometimes you just, after fishing for as long as I have, there are spots that if I had 20 spots, I probably could tell you in order which ones more people are gonna fish and which ones aren't. Okay, I've just been doing it long enough. The ones that no one fish, right? And every once in a while I'm wrong, but like I said, everyone just follows these rules of fishing, and they hit these so-called good spots first, or things that look obvious. I'm always going for the non-obvious. So I was like, hey, don't throw in there again. I don't even know what those were. I don't know, but let's just keep going and see what happens, right? I'm not even gonna stop. I'm just gonna maybe it's down this whole bank like this. I don't know, but there's no reason to throw back in there right now. So now I'm gonna go down this whole stretch, okay? This whole area. I don't know, it's probably almost a mile long stretch, 3/4 of a mile. I'm gonna burn down it and see what happens. Now, there was grass where those fish blew up. So I went down all of it. It took me like 45 minutes to an hour on high going down the whole thing and never had another bite. So you can see that bridge in front of me. That's the other bridge. Anyone that's familiar with Guntersville knows, you know, how far I actually went. They didn't seem, it wasn't that they didn't seem big, it was just interesting to me. So I said, okay, well, now that I went through it all, let's go back. I'm gonna throw some different baits on the outside of it, right? So I'm not even gonna go back where I got bit really. I'm gonna try to see if I can get bit further away from that spot. And I did. Not further away, I did. So I see kind of one, I see something bust up there. So I'll pick up the sexy dog again and I'm gonna throw up there. See, I see it right now. I see something bust. Right, really close to where I had those other ones hit. That's all I need. That's all I need, one bite. I think this is a spot for a fish or two, right? I don't really know how many are there, don't care. It's not a bad one. It's actually a pretty good one. It's like a 3.5 to almost 4 pounder.
What's that?
So I instantly leave.
They start busting. That's why I threw up there. That's why that one bit. They start busting. There's a fish there. I don't think anyone's hitting that. Like, that's just so random. There's no way someone's coming over here and fishing right there.
Now everyone from Guntersville might sit there and, I don't know, I'm not from Guntersville. Everyone might, if anyone's from Guntersville watching this, they might be like, hey, that thing gets fished all the time. Maybe, we'll see, right? We'll see. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. I don't know. But I have just a weird feeling about it. Now, like I said, the spot had a little bit of grass there, so there wasn't grass all around it. So it wasn't like it was this, to me, a known place. I'm gonna pay attention over practice and see if I ever see anyone over there. You know, we'll just see. What I'll say is this: those fish did exactly what those other fish did that were blowing up that I found yesterday. So now I'm sitting here going, okay, you know, like I said, I already know how this is all going to play out on those type of fish. I realized that there was only grass right there in the corner. It didn't go down the bank. It didn't go the other way. So I'm thinking, yeah, there's a group of fish there. There's more than one. There's a little school of them using that little area. So that's a place that I look at it for, like a fish, maybe two if I'm lucky, right? Maybe I could catch a limit there. I don't know, but I feel like I'm gonna be able to, if I fish around this area, it's close to the weigh-in, right? So it's something that I can hit from time to time and probably catch a fish on. So now I'm thinking, okay, let's leave out of there. Let's go underneath this. Maybe there's a place like this on the other side of the bridge, is what I'm thinking, right? But now, like I said, there's I don't want to say a storm, but there's weather pushing through. It's kind of raining and it's blowing now. It's not bad blowing, but what happened was it was calm on the other side. When I got on the other side of the bridge, I couldn't fish anything. It was blowing too bad and I wanted to throw a topwater, because at least now I know that's what they're hitting, is a topwater. I tried to come over here, but it was blowing too bad, so I came up in this pocket right here. I said, we can get back behind here, right? We can get back behind here where it's all calm because the wind's blowing this way down the lake. Get back, and this is where I fished all down in here, and I thought it was all, I liked it all. And so I fished this entire pocket. I have one swirl right here. Okay, and like I said, I fished some of the docks in there. there was probably 20 something docks in there. I fished, may have been 30 docks. I fished probably 20 of them. Remember guys, it's not just docks. There's grass all in between the docks. There's grass where I'm at right now. Like I'm over grass, throwing over grass. And I had one bite right here in the back, same deal, kind of the back of a pocket, right? And this looks right to me. It's calm, back of a pocket. This place looks like I should have got bit. It really does. Like the whole pocket looked phenomenal to me. And I had one little swirl. That's it, one little swirl. And if you look, I'm gonna turn the boat here in a second. But as you look, and that's why I keep casting to this one place right here, because I had a swirl. It looked like the best place. But as I turn this, you're gonna see all the matted grass. See, that's all matted grass, all matted grass. I mean, all the way out there, the matted grass. It's just once again, matted grass. And when I say matted grass, we'll get into this whole deal. Sometimes it's eelgrass, sometimes it's hydrilla, sometimes it's coontail. Biggest secret there is. Biggest thing you need to know, always look for hydrilla. I'm always looking for hydrilla. Second would be coontail, third is eelgrass. Eelgrass doesn't intrigue me at all. I don't even like it. I'll be honest with you, you will see my hatred of eelgrass over the next couple of episodes. I don't have to deal with eelgrass. I absolutely hate eelgrass. Don't like it, and I'll explain why. So I leave out of there, not too thrilled. So that spot was over there to the left of where I'm driving now. I'm like, well, I didn't try it over here to the right. Now the right looks more of a place like where people would go, okay? It doesn't look as boring as the left-hand side. There might still be fish here. I'm assuming there are gonna be fish over here, just because it's kind of the same setup. But it looks more like people would find it and fish it. Now, I'm not saying that's going to deter me. I just know that I think more people would probably fish this. So I'm going to start out here, even though this isn't the same type of deal. It looks like right in front of me. Somewhere up there is where I think I should get bit. But like I said, I keep all my options open. Even though I think I'm going to get bit up there, maybe right here is phenomenal. I don't know. I'm at least gonna check it. Remember guys, well, when you find things that you think are right, and I think I understand some stuff, half of practice to me and half of fishing is figuring out where they're not, right? And then it makes it easy come tournament time. It also makes it easier to identify what you're looking for. It makes it easier to like practice. It does a whole bunch of things. This will all come back into play as the series goes on.
What about you?
So we're right where the causeway meets the land. Now you can see how I'm turning. I'm talking to my buddy AJ. I don't even know what about.
Yeah.
We're probably talking about grass and pockets or who knows what.
The what?
Now Gilbert's throwing a shallow hybrid hunter behind me.
So?
No, actually he's throwing a regular hybrid hunter.
Oh, the long one? Yeah. Like. Cool. Got one? Whoa, there's one too. Look at that. I turned around and Gilbert's got one on. Freaking one just, I got one. All right, well, we can get out of here. Like it happens that quick, man. I said we just doubled up, but not even close to each other. But I mean, same deal. I'm talking about like right off the main lake. Would you consider this a pocket?
Kind of like a little,
Sort of.
like a nook.
Like a nook, yeah, like just a. But I mean, he caught one on a hybrid hunter, and I was like, I turned around and was watching and I'm like, one freaking crushes my plopper. Just like, but I mean.
So when I look at these things, I just start to analyze things, right? I'm analyzing everything. Okay, so let's go over that real quick. I'm analyzing where we're at on the lake, what we're in. It's a lot easier too when I have to try to explain it to someone, because it's not a pocket. Like Gilbert said, it's kind of like a nook. Like it's main lake, but it's not like a main lake point, right? It's just a little bit inside, like it's just a little nook. It's just right there off the main lake. He's getting bit on a hybrid hunter. This is when I talk about baits, guys. That like, see how baits are irrelevant? Sort of. Like once you get a couple, and I've got my couple of my standard baits that I can throw around. I know I'm gonna get bit if I get around fish, I'm gonna get bit on those baits. Hybrid hunter, it's been catching fish. Chapo, it's been getting bit. I could have been throwing a sexy dog. I would have got bit on a sexy dog there. None of that really mattered. Not yet. Not in my opinion. There's gonna be one that are better, but right now, I don't care about that. I'm more focused on finding fish, finding where they're at, what they're using. Because if you heard me, we've been going a long time without getting any bites, and it was like that. Remember I said, man, it can happen just like that. They're using this section or a little area. I know this too because we fished for another 20 minutes down this bank, never had another bite. Okay, so like I said, my main goal is finding areas and groups of fish and things that they're using. Baits, I'm not too worried about that. That's all going to work itself out as the tournament moves on. I can adjust with baits, right? Most of the time. But for right now, I'm trying to find fish, what they're doing, how they're using the grass, where they're at in the grass. Are they really, really shallow? Because right now, they're not out there in that 4 foot. I'm not catching them in 4 foot of water. I'm catching them up there as shallow as I can get. And I'm not seeing a lot of guys do it. So if you notice, I'm getting to look around me. I never have any boats around me, ever. So I'm having a lot of this to myself. It's not phenomenal, right? I will say one thing. The Chapo's getting some bites. It seemed like the sexy dog, when they bit it, they ate it. Okay? And the Chapo, I don't know yet, right? And I have to fish it fast. I'm gonna get into the whole Chapo deal later because of the eelgrass, but we're not gonna get into that because even me talking about it makes me want to freaking, makes me mad. But we'll get into that. So, but I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so this is where we were, right? We loaded right here. These are those islands I was talking about. We fished all through here, through there. Didn't like any of it. I checked out some other stuff like little pockets, this little bank, you know, some things. But I'm like, you know what? I've never, you know, when I was down here earlier, I never went down here. So we went in this pocket. This is the dam. This pocket looked just so big. Maybe it's a really good pocket. I don't know. But I was like, let's just try this one and see. I don't know what it looks like. I have no clue. So I came in here, fished out all down this bank, all down here. And I really wanted to come to the back. Now, why is this interesting? This might not be great for this tournament, but it is interesting. Okay, so this is where I'm at when this goes down. Back of a pocket, you can see where I'm at. Grass a lot of places. So if you see, it's really calm. It looks really good in the back of this pocket. It's really clear though too. See me always looking, always looking. And what I'm looking for is just holes in the grass, anything really.
There's like 5 right there.
Fast?
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses on.
Right in that hole. Right in that hole. If I'd have thrown over there, I bet you I would have caught one of them. Might have been more than 5. Right there. There's all the bait.
Now I'm really looking. Remember guys, you can see that it's grass everywhere in here. There's like 2 or 3 holes, but there's grass everywhere. So now I don't even care about fishing right now.
Where's that?
If you see it, I just saw a 5-pounder swimming. I still see it.
Right there.
I'm not even gonna throw it. It's a 5-pounder.
bait right there. Is that bait or bass? Right coming through here. Gizzard shad.
Yeah, look at them all. There's like 15 of them.
15.
Yeah, look at them all. Look at them all. They're all underneath the boat.
I don't want to
stand
bass
up.
one. Let me put my glass on, man.
You got
There's literally like 15 in the size of like the hood of a truck. Right? I'm just going, okay, let's power pull down. I'm gonna start messing around. I'm gonna get some, I don't know. Because if I figure this out, it's gonna be game on. Man, let me tell y'all, this is about as excited as I can be.
Probably freaking whack them on that, bro.
if I can hit the hole.
Let's see how it plays out next time on Alabama Waters. See y'all.
Till I'm on top. Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing.